God, it's our friend Freddie.
It's me.
It's Freddie.
Oh my gosh, you guys.
Hi, Fred.
Freddie, welcome to the Kitchen
And
Jorn
Jorn Show.
Thank you for having me. I'm so stoked.
I know. Yeah, thank you for coming to hang out with us and eat free sushi.
Oh my gosh.
We decided we wanted to catch up with Fred and have her be in a little video with us, and so we thought it would be fun to literally just do a catch-up video while we eat some sushi. Kind of like a mukbang, but I feel like there is a lot of sushi here. It's not like an amount that people would see and be like, oh my God. But it's really good. It's really good, so we're gonna eat it and be like, oh my God, it's so
look
good.
how beautifully it's plated. Thank you, Mia. I'm really stoked and excited to get started.
And we're excited to ask you invasive questions.
Do we get to do this?
Yeah, you just show off those mommy milkers. I told Jen and Fred I was gonna try to work the phrase mommy milkers into this video, and Freddie was just like, you won't have to work that hard because I am just gonna do this.
I'm gonna do this.
Bree right now is starting the beginning process of surgeries. And so one thing that we learned that I didn't realize is that breast implants actually come in a variety of viscosities. I thought that it was all just like bolted on, like I didn't realize that you can get different fluid. Like you can get fluid that's like a little bit less dense.
You get
so
Baja Blast.
Wait, I didn't know that either.
You can have titties that kind of fall, like natural titties, or you have titties that have a little bit more volume. Okay, Fred, how are you doing?
Tell us about your life.
What's going on?
Yes. So, how am I doing? I would say overall.
Sorry. Oh my God! Can you let Fred? Can you not have the attention be about you for
Not
1 second?
I'm doing well. I think obviously some days are better than others, but I think overall the direction in which my life has been going and hopefully continues to go in feels good, feels hopeful, feels strong. I've been dealing with just what I want to do, right?
Yeah.
Basically just in terms of which direction I want my career to go in, and I really, really want to move into the linear space, like traditional Hollywood content is what I'm interested in making.
Television.
Film, TV,
Right.
that kind of thing. That's not necessarily only digital. I don't feel super fulfilled anymore.
Yeah.
And I think part of that did lead to a little bit of just depression. At least for me, social media started to get really difficult for me. Yes. Didn't really like being on there, didn't really like posting. In a dream world, what I would love to do is sell a show or sell a movie, which I'm working on 2 right now. Well, one of each. One is ready to pitch to TV. I wrote a pilot last year.
That's awesome.
Yes.
That's so
Thank you.
cool.
With my friend, with Chrissy.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. And then also I'm working on a movie with Curly.
I didn't know
Wait,
that.
that's great. That's so cool.
Yeah. My dream along with that is that's when I pop up in social media, do my promoting, give y'all some BTS,
Right.
give y'all content. But that's just not the sole thing that I'm doing.
That's so cool.
Wow,
Fred.
you're doing so much.
It doesn't feel like
I
it.
feel like whenever I talk to you, you're like, I'm not doing anything except.
Well, that's the thing too. With digital, working at BuzzFeed, YouTube, all these things, it's so quick. You come up with an idea, you shoot it, you post it. TV and film.
It's 2 years later. It's are we shooting this now? Great. Relationships have risen and fallen.
Yeah, it's
and you're done at BuzzFeed now, right?
I'm no longer on any type of contract with BuzzFeed anymore. I do still do some project-based work, which is nice just to know that there's still, some form of income happening, if things ever slow down. So that's something that I'm really happy about. And then aside from that, I'm doing acting auditions and voice acting auditions as well.
I
So
want to get into voice acting auditions.
it's so fun.
How does that work?
I have a coach that I work with who works with me for my VO auditions. And what I love about the auditions is that the stakes feel low.
Right.
Because you're not on camera. You can just go crazy. With acting auditions and self-tapes, you kind of have to do a take and that's it. It's just the scene. And you have to nail it all the way through. With VO stuff, you can Frankenstein, you can put something together and it's oh wow, I never did this in one take like this, but I have made it seem like I did, and it's
I
great.
seem amazing. I know.
Yeah.
And the mommy milkers I'm showing off are in my voice.
Are in my voice.
I get $100 if I use the phrase mommy milkers 3 more times.
Yeah, 3 more times. So buckle up.
Ooh, did I catch that fruit fly just now?
Oh.
No, I didn't.
No.
I was just like,
Okay, well wait. While I'm diving into the sushi, what have y'all been up to? I mean, we all know what you've been up to, but I want the nitty gritty.
Oh, so close.
So fast. Reflexes like a cat.
We went to Seattle. It was really fun. The women who took us out travel hunting were eat your food.
Oh, I'm like locked in. I'm like, yeah.
The women who took us out travel hunting were hysterical. They were so funny. They were in such better shape than us.
What we didn't realize is like how woodsy the woods are.
The woods are really
They're
woodsy.
really woodsy. I mean, really like cool experience. Forest is beautiful. The dogs are really cool. Navigating the forest itself like was probably the most challenging part of that because like you have to like really like keep up with dogs who are just designed to go much faster than you.
Yeah, who love truffle hunting. Who like truffle. It's not like, did you get it?
No, I didn't get it. But we will get this fly before the video's over. And if not, we'll edit in a fake one where we're like, oh my god, I did it!
Oh, there it is.
Hey.
Did you get it?
No.
Oh, god damn it.
I'm so nervous.
I like really am afraid because I feel like I am gonna just smack Freddie in the face. Welcome to our show! We're so happy to have you here.
Yo, like how did you even keep up?
Well, I didn't. I eventually sent Caitlin, I was just like, just get the footage, don't worry about me. And she was like, but you're in the show. And I was like, I sent her. I yelled at her, I was like, the dog's in the show now. So if you haven't watched it,
Go watch it.
Go watch it, because it probably will have less views than this video.
What's it been like starting a business?
It makes you more responsible because like legally, when you start a business, you have to like keep track of so much more. So like we were like, okay, like we actually have to get accountants and we actually have to like be on top of our bookkeeping and like save our receipts and all the things you need to do so that you're not gonna get, I guess, Al Caponed eventually.
Die of syphilis.
Die of syphilis.
I think when we started this channel, we Googled how to start a business.
Yeah, we were like, what are you supposed to do?
I talked to Stephen Lim. They started with way more money than us because they had investors, and so he was kind of talking to me about their process, and I was like, that's interesting. That does not apply to us. And like, granted, it's very fulfilling. Like we, I think, are on the whole so much happier than we used to be. We are learning that we don't know a lot about stuff, and we have a lot of help because we have like obviously a management team, and we have our business managers, and your dad is our lawyer.
Yeah, which he was a little upset because we didn't invite him to the holiday party because I forgot.
He wouldn't have come.
He would, yeah, he doesn't live in the state.
He
He just wanted the invite because I had like told
would.
my parents, like, and we're inviting everyone who's helped us with the channel to the holiday party. It's gonna be really fun. He was like, excuse me.
As much stuff went on at BuzzFeed, I think that our like working styles and just kind of the setup and the way that everyone was like, you know, friends and helping each other out and just having that support.
I'm bitter because like the last 6 months there for me, I was like,
it was rough.
it was rough.
It was rough, yeah. And I think that we had just gotten to the point where it was just like time to like figure out next moves. And we had known this for a while, but I think in general, all of us were just kind of like, you know, on borrowed time, just trying to honestly gain the courage.
Yeah, it's like we all kind of knew there were things out there and like had talked about it. I think we'd all alluded to things we wanted to do.
Honestly, I think that it all worked out the way it was supposed to. We did our thing as Ladylike. I think that we like made some really, 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 really awesome
And it helped us.
and it helped us, and I think it helped, you know, our audience and our fans and all those things. Like
and
I'm
then we
so
got the out of there.
happy that we, you know, we're able to build that, and then now we're all like moving on to bigger and better things.
One thing we found is that we just have more time and more energy to just devote to things that we want to do.
We build in like writing days during the week, so it's like when we're not working on the channel, we're basically just working on like our personal writing projects and things like that, and like that's huge for us. Yeah.
I do feel really privileged that I'm able, you know, I think we
Yeah,
all do.
we all
We
do.
all just like hang out and do what we want.
As our job, we're literally eating sushi on like a Tuesday or Thursday afternoon.
When you're interviewing for a new job, say it is like a 9-to-5 situation, a takeaway for me was just like really make sure you're reading contracts, make sure you're reading like the fine print. What's the maternity leave like? You know, things like that. It's really, really important to just like pay attention to and also ask for, right?
Yes.
Because a lot of times companies will give it to you, but a lot of people don't ask. So they're like, well,
you better suck on these mommy milkers. Listen, you can suck on any mommy milkers you want, you know, and you have permission to. Jen's working on writing right now.
I wrote a pilot last year. I'm working on a second one, and like I want to be able to get to a point where it's like I can start taking things out. Kristen's working on her book right now.
Which I've been working on for a long time, but like it's only in the last 6 months, so it's really like
Come together.
Come together is like, oh, here's what your first book is about. I feel like when we stop filming this, I'm gonna be like, how did you start doing voiceover auditions?
Yeah.
What's going on with that? Because I've actually, it's what I said to our team at the beginning of the year that like I wanted to start doing that.
Yeah.
I have to tell you about like the saddest regret I have of my life.
what?
It's like, honestly, this feels like a missed connection to me. I was at Disneyland and a man like flagged me down and was just like, hey, hi. And I was like, generally like men don't talk to me, so that was weird. Yeah. And I was like, and he was just like, are you Kristen Cherico? And I was like, yeah, like from BuzzFeed. I was like, yeah, it's me. And he was like, my daughter really, really wants to take a picture with you, but she feels like really embarrassed. And I was like, oh yeah, of course. He said to me, he's like, so are you interested in doing other things? And I was like what? He's like, would you ever do like voice acting? And I was like, yes, of course. And he gave me his card. He was like the VP of TV animation development at Disney.
What?
I know, he gave me his card. I lost the wallet. Yeah, I think about that constantly. And Bree thinks about it. In fact, Bree probably will come Kramering out of here in a second to be like, I told you to email that guy. And I never did because I was afraid. And now I'm like, God, I know.
Do you remember? You don't remember his name?
No.
It's okay.
Be honest. This
Other
is
blessings are going to flow in. Jen.
Yes.
Your dream. Do you have like a timeline of like when you would hope to start pitching?
I mean, that's a good question. I know there's like a bunch of different paths to like get in a writer's room and get staffed on a show, which is like ultimately my goal. Like I want to write for TV and like that's important to me. Ideal world, like I love to like be able to like get staffed on a show and like do like rooms throughout the year and then still work on our channel. Like that would be really cool.
Yeah.
Like I'd love to have made some significant progress by the end of the year.
Yeah.
I actually just moved, so I moved into like a new apartment, which is like kind of taking up.
It's a great apartment.
It's a really great apartment. I'll show you pics after,
I know,
but it's really
literally
nice.
Jen!
I moved last weekend, so literally Saturday. We'll do like a drinks thing or something, and because I can actually like, it's more space, so I can
super
entertain
cute.
people.
Oh, that's a big change, you guys. This is great.
I know.
I'm like really stoked because like.
Well, you bought a house, Fred. Like,
Oh yeah, Freddie bought. Well, you did a video about it.
you did a video about it.
You should
Check
go
out
see
Fred's video.
Fred's video.
Right under the mommy.
Right under those mommy milkers. You bought a house.
I did buy a house. Really exciting. I'm also nesting.
Yeah.
But when I moved in, I feel like, and I even still feel this way, like I don't want to leave because I just really enjoy
Being in
nesting
your house.
and just
Yeah.
being in my space.
That's how I feel with this apartment. Now that it's like clean, I'm just like, but why?
Why we go? Like it's
Why go anywhere?
Yeah, exactly. Honesty hour here. I feel really good in my personal life. I feel like
Yeah.
I really want to up the ante in my
Professional
career and professional life.
It's cool that we're all starting 2022 with like housing situations that are just very different and are like energizing us, which I think
Yes.
is a good sign.
for sure.
Oh yeah, it was funny today when you were trying to find where to go when you
For parking.
You actually ran into Bree and Honey Bear on their noon walk.
Yes.
So you met
So cute.
you met Miss Honeybee.
Miss Honey Bear is so funny. I was laughing because you guys, like the floor that you live on, it's pretty much like you got to take a little walk to get to your actual
Oh yeah,
apartment.
the distance from the elevator to our apartment is like the longest hallway in America. Like,
Yeah, it's long, and Honey Bear takes her time. I tell you that. She said, "What's that?" I said, "Oh, Honey Bear, you're not at okay. All right, we got all day."
She's not rushed. Can we say like she's like dog hardware running cat software?
Ooh, my dog is so spoiled.
Clarence.
I
love his name.
There's a crate, okay? There's a crate that I've been eyeing.
Is he crate trained?
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh,
like
that's
he does
good.
pretty well.
Okay,
Like
that's
yeah,
cool.
he does pretty
Yeah.
well. There's a crate that I wanted to get because I really just want everything to like match the aesthetic. And of course, all of the like luxurious dog products are so expensive, and I'm like, I'm not proud of this, but I'll just be transparent. I spent almost $500 on a crate.
Yeah, that sounds about right. It happens so fast with pets where you're just like, you get it and you're just like, how expensive could this animal possibly be? She's already potty trained, and it's like, and then like Brie and I this morning were just like, okay, can we afford like the fresh dog food that costs $60 a week? Honey Bear has a musical butthole.
So you're gonna get her special food so that the butthole goes on vacation.
It's also like, I don't
goes
wanna
on hiatus. The band goes on hiatus.
I don't want to silence her voice.
Yeah.
But I would like to reposition where that voice is coming from.
I did have another little update that I want to talk to you about that I'm excited about.
What?
So my boyfriend got me a controller for Christmas because I really want to start learning and working on my DJ skills. My goal is to start playing for people, hopefully by the summertime.
Wait, Fred, that's so cool.
What's your DJ name?
Fred.
Fred.
So my goal was to practice 30 minutes every day. Like that was my goal, and like I was doing it, but you get wrapped up and it's like, oh wait, I've been DJing for an hour and a half. And
That
it's
is
nice
so
because
cool.
it's like, oh, like it's something that you enjoy, and it's just like, it's using a different part of your brain, and you're not like glued to the TV all day.
I love this.
So it's nice.
We're gonna let Fred go. It says, well, yeah, but Fred's been so nice.
Thanks
Oh
for
my gosh. And the thing is, this video could be, 4 hours
4 hours long,
with all the
but-
catch-ups, but I am just like so happy and excited to be here and supporting you guys. I'm always supporting you guys.
Aw, thanks, bud.
I think that like y'all are doing some really, really, really cool shit. It's inspiring. It really is.
Thank you, Freddie. We're so excited for
Yeah,
you too.
we were so glad you could come hang out today.
Oh my gosh, me too. And thank you for the fantastic sushi.
Yeah, it was really good.
Very good.
I'm really excited to like see this video.
I know. Freddie has a channel, and you should be watching.
Yeah,
it.
I mean, I post when I want. Love you
And-
guys. Should
You
we
too.
cheers?
Cheers,
All right.
fire.
Cheers, ladies.
Cheers.